Dear learners, today we discuss the concept of energy of a wave. Various concepts already we have discussed about wave. Now we discuss energy of a wave. See, here a waveform is shown of a transverse wave propagating along x-axis, where x is nothing but position of a particle with respect to time t, p, q and r. These are the various points of the wave. Capital A shown is here amplitude of the wave. You are familiar with this concept. Now we are interested our main focus is on energy. Here, if we think about energy of a particle and energy of a wave, these energies are how different from each other, that we see first. If we think about the particle of a wave, particle perform up and down motion. Then its motion is said to be simple harmonic motion, and in this case energy of the particle, total energy of the particle remains constant. That is, in SHM, if kinetic energy is maximum at a point, then potential minimum is minimum. Potential energy is minimum. In the sense, the total energy remains constant. Now, if we think about the energy of a wave, the energy of a wave is very interesting. In this case, there are infinite number of particles on the wave. Each one is performing SHM. Hence, we say that total energy of the wave is not constant. Energy of a wave is variable. It varies with time. And one more thing you remember, very interesting thing is that at a particular point, potential energy and kinetic energy is one and the same. Any point you take, their potential energy and kinetic energy is what? Same. But total energy is going to vary. This point you remember. If here energy of a wave is variable, that is, it varies with time. Now, if we think about a wave, see, figure 1, figure 2 is shown there. Here figure 1 and figure 2 I have shown in figure. In figure 1, there is a string without applying a force. Only one end is fixed here. In figure number 2, what is done? Other end is what? Jerked. Other end is jerked in such a way that a waveform is obtained in the sinusoidal form. That is, a transverse wave is formed. If you observe carefully, then you will come to know that here dx is a small part of the unstretched string is taken. And in case of figure 1, because of these stretches or tension in it, this small part of dx, here I have shown by length dl. There is a tension in this direction, tension in this direction. Because of the tension, the stretched string gets elongated. And the stretched length of the string is suppose dl with respect to dx. My point is that if we think about dx and dl, dx is smaller as compared to dl, because dl is what? dl is the length of a stretched string under tension. Got it? Then you will come to know that this dx we have taken a small part of the length, and dl is also a very small part of a stretched string due to tension T. So this can be shown by a picture or by a figure that is in a triangular figure, because AC, AB and BC, DL, DX, these are very small, so it is shown by triangular figure. Got it? Here AC is nothing but DL, that is length of a stretched string. DX, AB, that is length, small length, a small part of the length with unstretched string, and BC or CB is nothing but displacement of the part. As this is a right angle triangle form here, so we say that extension in the string is there. How much string is extended, how much string is elongated, that can be obtained. From figure triangle ABC, it is clear that displacement of the string is what? dl minus dx due to tension T. This dl minus dx is the displacement of a string because of the applied tension as shown in figure 1. Then the tension is doing the work in the string. That work is to be obtained. So work is nothing but, because of the tension, energy is going to stored in the string, and stored energy in any body, any object, because of the change in shape or size, is said to be potential energy. So here work done by the tension T is nothing but potential energy. It is shown here by du, and work is nothing but the product of force and the displacement. So here force is shown by tension T into displacement we have already seen here, dl minus dx. This is the displacement in the string. Suppose this is the equation number 1. I mean work done by the tension T, in the sense potential energy stored in the string, is shown by equation number 1, that is T into dl minus dx. Are you agree? Here if we think about again the dl is what? In this figure you see dl is nothing but AC, AB is nothing but dx, and BC is nothing but dy, that is displacement. And if we here apply Pythagoras theorem, then what happens? We will come to know that square of the hypotenuse, Pythagoras equation is there, hypotenuse theorem is there. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Hypotenuse square equal to one side square plus other square, Therefore dl square is equal to dx square plus dy square. Are you agree? Same is shown here. Therefore dl is equals to under root dx square plus dy square, taking square. If this value of dl is substituted in equation number 1 here, that is du is equal to 2 into dl minus dx, then we will obtain what? du is equal to t into under root dx square plus dy square bracket close minus dx as it is. Let's take now common dx. You see carefully. If we take common dx, then what left? du is equal to t into dx in bracket under root. Here dx is taken common, so 1 plus dy by dx whole square, and this dx is already taken, that's why it becomes what? Minus 1. But dy by dx, this term is very small, and square of this dy by dx is again very small. That's why this equation, I mean the above equation, we can write in this way. What is the way that we see? This can be shown here. du is equal to 2 to t dx, t into dx in bracket 1 plus half dy by dx whole square minus 1. Then this minus 1 plus 1 becomes 0. What left? du is equal to 2 into dx into half dy by dx whole square bracket close. That is t upon 2 into dy by dx whole square. Here dx is left. T by 2 dx dy by dx whole square, equation number 3. This is here, okay, it is correct. Here dx is taken here, dy and du is here, and dx is taken here, it goes to denominator, and we obtain du by dx is equal to t by 2 into dy by dx whole square bracket close. This is, say, equation number 3. du is what? Potential energy. And dx, what we have taken? Small length or unit length of the string. In figure number 2 we have shown. That's why du by dx, this term is said to be what? Potential energy of a wave per unit length. Remember, du by dx is said to be what? Potential energy of a wave per unit length. What is it? Potential energy of a wave per unit length. So this is shown by equation number 3. Now you have to remember that equation 3 is nothing but the potential energy of a wave per unit length. As dx we have taken a small length, that is unit length. So that you remember du by dx, equation 3 stands for the potential energy of a wave per unit length. Now you see how kinetic energy is to be obtained. And if we think about the equation of a displacement of a wave, y is equals to, it is a omega cos omega t minus kx. So if that expression is displaced, I mean its differentiation is taken, and after differentiation, if we keep the value of this dy by dx whole square, then how this equation du by dx becomes, this part we discuss in our next lecture, so that you will come to know the potential energy of a wave per unit length in terms of wave velocity. Okay.